Welcome back, everyone. We are going to get started on the Mistletoe Earmuffs, which is a free pattern with the 2023 holiday freebies from Patterns for Pirates. I think this is such a cute little pattern, and I'm excited to show it to you. It's really ridiculously easy to create, and I think it would make the cutest little accessory for holiday pictures or whatever. Anyway, it's super cute. So these are just a classic earmuff, and we did it in the most basic way that you can create one, and you just need a very few amount of things to make them yourself. You're going to need the pattern piece, which is available on our website. You need 4 of these earmuff pieces cut. You need a headband. Now this is going to be the wild card for you. I've tried different types of headbands. I will link this in the blog post, the ones that I found. I actually really like this one because it's wide and it's not super tight. I have a big head apparently. So headbands are usually tight on me, and this one is not, and I actually feel like it's lovely to put on. If you get a band that's really thick or really tight, this piece, which ends up going into the ear muff, starts to push on it, and it makes it a little awkward to wear. So you want to get a headband that has a little bit more like forgiveness to it, if that helps. But you can get any size, any thickness that you want. They'll all work because you're just customizing it to the size that you're doing. You will need some fiber fill, and also for this, outside of our sewing machine, we are going to need either fabric glue or a hot glue gun. Works really great for it. So let's get moving. All right, we are just going to lay our pattern pieces, if I can figure out what my right side is, right side facing each other. And we're going to sew around the outer edge of this circle. And you want to leave a small opening. And when I say small, typically I'm like, 2 to 3 inches. But for this, you want it to be as small as possible for you to be able to turn it right side out, stick some stuffing into it. But then because we're going to be putting our headband into it, and then it'll just save you from having to hand stitch too much closed. So keep it at like 1.5 inches maybe at the most, but sew around the entire outer edge using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And we've got it all sewn up, so we're just going to turn it through the opening that we left. I'm telling you, super duper easy pattern. Very little effort to it whatsoever. All right, here is our first earmuff, and you're going to take some of your fiber fill. We're just going to stuff it in there. Now, for personal preference, maybe, you can stuff it more if you want to, but I really don't like to put too much stuffing in this. I want it to be fluffy, but not like a pillow. I want it to be just more kind of filled with a little fluff to it. So actually I might take some out of there. Okay. This is my preferred fluff level. And I am going to go sew up the second earmuff and do the same things with that one. All right, now we've got both of our earmuff pieces ready. And all you're going to do is take your headband and put it in through the hole and kind of figure out where you want to adjust it, and then tuck your seam allowance in. And what I do is I grab a couple of clips, or you could pin it either way, and kind of hold the earmuff onto the headband where it would lie. And then I try them on because you will probably want to adjust it after sticking these in the first time. And I have yet to put it in where I wanted to go first without having to make any adjustments after. So if you just clip it like this, run to a mirror, stick it on your head, check the fit, make whatever adjustments you want, and then come back to it. And obviously I made them completely at different lengths here, but I'm going to check both and see which one I prefer. And it all differs again by the headband that you're using and the materials that you have and all that good stuff. So we're just going to kind of test it and see how it goes. Okay, I've decided I like where I adjusted mine to. Piece of my my hair in there. So the next step is just to grab your trusty hot glue gun or fabric glue. Fabri-Tac is my favorite if you want to use a fabric glue, but hot glue is really quick and easy to use in this situation. So we're going to just grab our hot glue gun, remove our clips, and then carefully just on one side, again, making sure that we have all of our seam allowances tucked in. I'm going to add some hot glue down the entire side of the headband and then hold it in place so it dries. And then flip it and do the same thing on the opposite side, on the inside of the headband. We're just securing the headband into, really glob on that glue too. Feel generous with it. The more glue, the better. All right, hold that in place. Move on to the second ear. Give it a good press. Making sure those seam allowances are tucked in. Just got a new fancy, not fancy at all, it was really cheap, but a glue gun with a cordless glue gun, and it's kind of one of my favorite tools to have in my sewing room or my craft room. Does that make me a big dork? Probably, but you know, it is what it is. All right, we've got it attached, but we do have a little bit of an opening left naturally because we have the you know, we turned it and it's not going to be perfect. So I'm going to just go back in and grab my needle and thread and hand stitch these openings shut so everything is fully closed and no filling will get out and no seams will be peeking. And you're done. That was super fast, right? Like it couldn't have been a quicker project. I think these are so cute. I think they're adorable on I'm so sorry that I talked you into using fun fur if I did, because fun fur, of course, looks adorable with these. I know that some of our testers actually covered the headband part so it would match the earmuffs, and that's awesome too. All you would have to do is cut a strip of fabric with a little bit of seam allowance, create a tube, stick it on there, and then you could just skip the gluing and hand stitch straight to the headband if you wanted. But leaving it as the headband was works too, and I think they're adorable, and I hope you do too, and I'm excited to see what you make with it. I'm excited to see pictures of your cute earmuffs, and I hope you have a great holiday season, and thank you so much.